Good evening. What a pleasure to be here with you all tonight. I wish I could be there in person with this amazing crowd in one of my favorite cities on this special evening. I know you're all having a wonderful time, and I thank you for coming and for supporting this crucial organization. Thanks to the entire IANGEL team for inviting me and for your service every day. Congratulations to tonight's award recipient. We all owe a debt of gratitude to each and every one of you for the work you do in the world. I was honored to be invited to give remarks at tonight's event when the request came in a few months ago. I believe in the power of people. I believe in the power of the law. I believe in IANGEL's mission. It's an esteemed organization doing important work in so many countries across the globe. But I'm not going to lie, this was a tough assignment. As I reflected in the ensuing weeks on this year's theme, Powering Hope, I struggled to find my own. The news is bad, at home and abroad. The very real and very human ramifications of the Dobbs decision are becoming undeniable. The rise of authoritarian regimes globally correlates with the reproductive oppression, and ideological zealots in so many countries are setting back the clock by decades on gender equity. This was the year that climate change became not only undeniable, but its toll painfully visible and calculable, with women on the front lines as always. Democracy feels fragile. Just in the last week, terrorist attacks and war have claimed so many innocent lives. It sometimes feels as though there's no end in sight. It sometimes seems as though hope itself is an active retreat, barricading itself in a closet, afraid to look at itself in the mirror. But then I came to realize the brilliance in this year's theme, how prescient it was of the team to recognize the need to remind us and all those we touch that hope is a verb, not a noun. Hope, the noun, is inert, without the ability to manifest change, without impact. Hope, the noun, is just pining for a better day, as though we are passive participants in the narratives of our own lives and our collective futures. But power is the fuel in hope's engine. Where does that power come from? The answer is simple. The answer is you. Every amicus brief you file, every motion you write, every pro bono dollar donated converts into the energy that keeps hope alive. When IANGEL releases a statement in solidarity with Afghani women, that amplification of their voices into the world powers hope. When IANGEL files a brief petitioning the UN to make gender apartheid a crime against humanity, hope flickers a little bit brighter. When IANGEL updates the Teen Information Project curriculum to make sure that it has the most up-to-date changes in laws, that's a reminder that knowledge is power, and power is hope for a better future for the next generation. I know sometimes these acts feel small. I've been there, feeling as though the enormity of the challenges dwarfs whatever effort I might make to mitigate impact or stave off crisis. I felt that way running a large reproductive organization like NARAL, now Reproductive Freedom for All, and I heard constantly from those who gave a few hours here or a few hours there to volunteer their time that their acts too often felt minuscule in the face of our adversity. But we needed them then, and we need you now. There's magic in those individual acts. There's a steely commitment in those hours. The commitment to the task at hand, which actually does make a tangible difference in real people's lives, even if change is slower and less frequent than we would like. But even more, the commitment to not give in to despair, to model that individual actions can turn into collective promise, not only to alleviate a harm, but to weave together a vision for a better future. For that's what our adversaries fear the most, that commitment, that vision. I always say that when you don't have right on your side, when you cannot win through popular opinion, you bank on a strategy that a majority of good and determined citizens will lose hope and disengage from the fight. That's in fact the only way that the minority has ever gained power, by the rest of us believing that we cannot make a difference, that our actions don't add up, and by refusing to power hope. We don't have that luxury. Now of all times, we must redouble our efforts to believe, to act to power hope. IANGEL is a model of providing opportunities for people to engage, plug in, and reignite that spark. To advance gender equity, to infuse knowledge, to return justice to the law, to protect and advance human rights. And in doing so, in daring to hope, we not only safeguard the commitment, but we advance our democracy and we invest in a future that we can all be proud of. Thank you for being here. Thank you for powering my hope. Thank you for all that you do.